Man, after a long break from getting my ass handed to me back in Starship Mario, it's great to come back to Fortress Street. Why am I on a ghost ship though? Is this the only ship I can afford? Yeah, this is the only ship I can afford. God damn it. Well, welcome back to Fortress Street, everybody, and today we are doing the ghost ship. One of the smallest boards, one of the more smaller boards in this game, and not compared to Castle Trodane, but it is pretty small. 12,000 target amount, 1 bankrupt limit, and victories of 1 and 2. Basically, now that we have gotten halfway, or like not halfway, we're like now a third past each of the boards. Now the game is going to force us to be first or second to progress in tour mode. And man, this is going to be very, very fun to do. We got Carver, we got Platypunk, we got Elena. Carver and Elena are news, and in general, this like level of AI is different compared to Starship Mario, where we had 2 A's and a B. This one is like 2 B's and a C, where Platypunk's the only C. H. I'm gonna take it 290. Other than that, like, not much else to say on this front. It's just that each of these districts here, I like to like call them what they are, districts. But I call them districts in the way of where the main like break is. And by break I mean like the space in the middle of the the space in the middle of the district that separates into 2 and 2s. So but what I mean by that is that where Elena is I just call it the Venture District because there's a Venture Square there. Where Carver was before was the Break Venture, or the Break District, because there's a take a break there. Where Platy is the Spade District. I'm currently in the Heart District. And the last 2 are the Diamond and Club, respectively, because, well, there's a Diamond and Club. Not much else is pretty not much to venture on. It's just that having fun on this area is going to be great. Only 6 districts to work with. And yeah, though it is really small, we do get H's a lot. This is like one of the few boards that gets H's, which is kind of surprising because if you think like a 6 district board would not get 7s. Well, we've bounced 7s, so that's great. Everyone's usually gonna be rolling high in this board, and yeah, not much else to say. This is gonna be a very interesting board. As you can see, I have a boo with me because there's nothing more scary than a boo. Yeah, there's nothing more scarier than a boo behind you. So let's go gamers. And if anything, the whole reason for the Hawaiian shirt, or like I think it's called the Aloha shirt in this game, is because, well, I wanted to go into the whole bullshit of coming back from a trip, and the only thing that was like touristy was the Aloha shirt, so that's why I kept it. Also, I think I can slow it down. I can slow the game down for you guys to look at, but when I move across the board, I'm doing somersaults, like flipping every time I move space. It's very, 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 very funny. H. And yeah, no, 69. Not much else to say. I know at this point, for video production wise, is this the 5th board recorded? Part wise, I don't know. By the time I'm recording this, I have already edited Castle Trodane into like 5 parts. Yeah, into like 5 parts. So I'm guessing this is like either the 21st episode or I don't know. I like the earliest I can say is 21st. Later ones can be like probably 25th. I don't know, that's just me. And if anything else, 2 per stock. This early is really good because stocks do get expensive. That's great. not much else to say on that front. I just know that I'm just having too much fun with editing. That also been there's a little disclaimer is that by the time these videos are coming out, you've also been getting Dokapon videos as well, which hopefully you guys are enjoying because those were recorded way in advance, and I mean way in advance. We're in the current year of 2025, and those things were recorded back in 2023. So I really do hope you guys are enjoying those contents because holy crap, those are old recordings. Not much else to say. It's just like those are old recordings. And I really do hope that if I ever were to go back to Dokapon, I can be a bit better because I'm recording it off my own, like my own computer than like a virtual machine. And yes, we are like the whole premise of Dokapon was that we wanted to play it. I couldn't play it, as you saw in the first episode. That it really just had a problem with my old computer where the screen didn't show up. Now that I have my new computer, the one I've been playing on for so long, it's been good, and I can just play it on my own computer. We played out the virtual machine though because none of us at the time, none of us back in 2023 had a decent computer. So I just had to see what we can do. So we just we're talking about like a virtual machine, what we can use, and if anything, they like the idea of the virtual machine. So we just kept it, and then later on, like nearing the end of the game, like chapter 6, we changed from the virtual machine to our friend Paul's computer because at the time, or at that time specifically, Paul got a new computer with like new hardware and actually was pretty decent just to run Dokapon, and then after that we were just playing through his computer, which was great, and it made it easier for like us to sit down and play on it. And then at that point we used Steam Remote Play. But yeah, before it was Parsec on a virtual machine that, if anything, was placed in Sao Paulo. The reason for Sao Paulo was because, well, Leo's in Brazil, and there's another reason why we did it in Sao Paulo. That reasoning gets explained later, and when I mean later, I do mean later. It's like placed within the reason it gets explained later within the series because I do put a snippet of it. So if you are curious on why we're in Sao Paulo, you just have to wait and see. And not much else to put on Dokapon. I just do hope you guys will enjoy Dokapon, because that was an endeavor. We've already played Dokapon once, and I know I mentioned it a couple of times in other videos where we have played it once. It was good. It was a fun time. We never recorded that first one because we played it off an emulator. This was before Connect was a thing. And by the time we wanted to, we thought, hey, we should record this, we were halfway through. I thought of recording it from day one, but my friend is a habitual tab clicker. And what I mean by habitual tab clicker is that he just clicks off the screen and clicks other things on his computer. So if he sees something or wants to look up something, he just looks it up. And it not to cause problems for me and the other people who are playing. It more sense caused problems during recording, because if I'm recording his screen, for example, he never had his what do you call it? His parsec, there we go. He never had his parsec enabled to just show the game he was doing. It was just showing his entire PC, which is not bad. In the hindsight, because something happens, we could see if our controllers got desynced to shit. And another thing is that none of there would be some people who will get very annoyed if there's constant black screens and constant yeah, constant black screens and constant like cuts in videos for those things, and I can see that because it's constant clicking away and back in and away and back in. It sucks so that some of the jokes we made in the first recording never got to see the light of day, because we do reference those videos a lot, and we also do reference like the inside jokes that happened during those sessions within the second recording of Dokapon, and even if not, we also bring them up in some other recordings as well. Like, some of the recordings we have done, and if anything, if you were to play Mario Party, we would also bring those up as well, because if anything, we play Dokapon just to get it over with. Like, that's the meme. And, yeah. Okay, I'll take that shot. Other thing about like Dokapon is that if anything, it is I'm cutting myself with this one. It's just that Dokapon's been a lot of fun to play with. I don't have anything about I know the new one came out. It's been a while since the Dokapon Sword of Fury came out. And I do know that we have been playing it, and I do want to like leave that there, that we have been playing Sword of Fury. We haven't made that much progress into it, and we haven't asked the people to come back to play that one. Because, well, yeah, like, we have just not gone back to the game. Not saying that it's bad. If anything, we've been having a lot of fun, and it's the same banter we got from the original. But more in the sense that we had other things planned, and at least one person is not available. So, yeah. I don't have anything other like LPs like whole lap I've recorded. Ew. Alright, time for piggybacking. This hurts. This hurts a lot. Alright. Let's just do 30 then. It's gonna hurt. I am gonna get piggybacked off. Other LPs I've like recorded, or like collabs I've recorded, have been, there's some that have been edited and some that haven't. Like, I'll say this, after, like, the only reason why I haven't uploaded any other collabs we've done except the whole season 2 of Turtles, because, well, one already had a Turtles OP out, so I could have just used that to my advantage, is that, well, Dokapon is gonna take a while. I don't want to introduce another one where I think I planned Dokapon to be like the technically 4th, like the 5th, yeah, technically 5th collab that's out, where all the scenarios of that were gonna happen. I do know I have 2 collabs fully edited. Yeah, 2 collabs fully edited, and 2 that I need to sit down and edit as well. I know one of them is not going to be part oriented, it's going to be session oriented. And what I mean by session oriented is that there's no good way to cut the video, though some people can argue with me on that part. And what I mean by that is the game is action packed and too much action. And the only downtimes you get in those sessions or in recordings is when we're picking the next level, or when someone has to go and take a leak. And they're like hours long, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours long. They're fun. They are really fun. But yeah, there's like no good way to cut those videos. So I'm just like, I'd rather upload them as a full session. And if people want to watch it, they can. If they want to like pop in, watch the session, and that's it. That's fine. If they want to pop in, watch a bit, come back later and watch it again, that's also pretty fine. Because it's just interesting to deal with. That's it. I could find better ways of cutting that, but I'd rather just upload the full session itself. Because it's much more fun to make a, not a thumbnail, but more fun to just see the progression of what's been going on. I do gotta admit though that that specific LP, I leave my computer multiple times because I'm being called up. So basically all that equates to is that there's just gonna be some parts where I'm standing still and you get to hear the screams and terrors of my friends in the background. Alright. That's a pretty good one to use the ×2 for. And not much else to go on. Yeah, not much else to go on. It's just having fun with that scenario.